how's it going? My name is Alexander Blanc. I'm the CEO and the co-founder of Actocracy project, and also a huge information security freak. That's important. And today I want to cover this topic, which is not common to talk in conferences, which is about zero-knowledge identity and Web3 identity at all. And it might sound a bit too technical or a bit not too important to the current market situation, but there is a huge wave of social finance services coming right now and forming this really nice, useful space of DSATs. And it's all about that, so let us cover that a bit. Let me make it up. Yay! Much better now. That's how it should be. So yeah, actually, I'm so much affiliated to this topic because, you know, the essence of the project that we are bringing to market right now is basically a network, a global network of decentralized, geo-related communities. Let me explain that a bit more. Like, this global network of decentralized, geo-related communities interacting within the mixed reality space, co-governing and co-distributing common crypto assets having real-world utilities, therefore affecting real world around them, bringing more stable environment to live in and collectively appreciated public good. And of course, such products, such social fi products just cannot sustain without the urge for the users to go through KYC, and that's important. That's why this issue of storing your data and transferring your data comes to the life, actually. So, shall we talk a bit on how the appearance and upcoming mass adoption of decentralized identity frameworks affect our everyday lives and in a good way? First, a few words to get into the case. Let's do a quick introduction to the problem of secure storage of sensitive, personal, and other private data. Yeah, that's it. Not much to show, but yeah. So nowadays, as you can notice, a complete majority of organizations in the real sector and as well as crypto space and virtual space, they actually just store data in a centralized manner, meaning they store all the users' private data inside their own databases maintained by a network of hired employees, and thereby they put private and personal data at the risk of disclosure by third parties. And the human factor will always serve as one of the fatal, irremovable threat to any private data security. And today we witness reports of personal data leaks and breaches, even from largest players on the market, happening on monthly and weekly basis, and that's really a pity thing to witness. And there is absolutely no secret of how larger companies like Meta, Alphabet, and so on profit. They mostly profit from selling users' data or other attended data to third parties and government institutions that mostly fund their activity. Moreover, to ease the access to collected private data for such parties, they provide fully protected API services like the Meta GraphQL API. Yeah, I can talk more about that, but maybe in private when I'm off this stage. So yeah, and therefore they open a major security breach and intentionally keep it open for intruders to use. As we can see, users' data safety is clearly not the case for them. So, not cool at all. I'd love to give you more precise examples, but yeah, later off the stage. Another fundamentally irremovable threat for the private data safety is the need of personal data exchange over weekly secure communication channels. Let's conclude. Yeah, that's an example for you. Just a common situation where the bank worker is asking your personal data on an unsecured line by the phone. Damn, that shouldn't happen like that. So, to maintain reasonable level of private data security and sensitive data, all sensitive data must not be stored in a centralized manner or be available to get from any centralized endpoint by any third party that is not the owner of the data. Ideally, such systems shall not require strong private data anywhere except owner's side at all. And more secure protocols for attestation, authorization, ranking, etc. should avoid the need of transferring any private data over communication channels. It can be reached through the use of consensus mechanisms with minimal data exchange in a non-iterative mode. And thanks God, since 1980s, we've got a solution. Zero-knowledge proof protocols with which users can prove data by stating that they have knowledge of certain data without exposing any of it. Such proof protocols provide competence. A verifier can be convinced that the data is true by an honest prover. They also provide us soundness, which means if the prover lies, the verifier will know it. And zero knowledge means if the statement is true, the verifier won't find out what the statement really was or really is. And yeah, there are some major properties of such protocols which we actively use today. And when using such ZK snarks for such data attestation, authorization, provenance, reputation, and trust processes, which are so commonly used when building these trust networks, the use of ZK snarks allows us to eliminate a number of vulnerabilities in existing information systems related to the storage and transmission of private data, since it is not required to fully operate. Therefore, eliminating the basis for a significant part of cybercrimes associated with the forced need to transfer private data over insecure communication channels. Providing such systems overall security gives us overall security bonuses and keeping our private data safe so we can actually say we own it. And these technologies combined with blockchain, distributed data storage, and operability form a basis for a secure, decentralized identity services. As entities clearly representing a person, DAO, or foundation within online space, the ways we already used to, but while keeping your data safe. Such advanced digital identity services must involve pseudonymous protocols, allowing data owners to have full control over the visibility and publicity of their data. Just like we were all choosing which information to share while completing our social network profile and so on. And these solutions are applicable for KYC, attestation, trust, provenance, and reputation protocols. DAO developing complex financial and social contracts, games, DeFi, upcoming DSATs that I was talking about, and myriads more cases of trustful yet private social interactions. And today, there is a full set of outstanding open source tools like Circum 2.0 and Snark.js and so much more that allows us to write and compile complex circuit contracts for WebAssembly and Solidity also with exporting tools. This means the support of any WASM-powered blockchains and EVM-compatible chains. And in my humble opinion, supporting existing chains is much more important just because for everyone's mutual benefit and collective sense, just like that. As the base, supporting the use of open source decentralized identity protocols like IDEN3 allows us to build more complex, sophisticated, ZK-based Web3 identity solutions. So basically, I just encourage you to write more. The social fi and DSAT services market niche is just starting to manifest its way through and will be flourishing for years to come, for sure. This year, we'll all see it. I personally believe that this is a great potential for such decentralized identity-based ecosystems in application of interacting with real-world entities like individuals, autonomous communities, business, producing synergetic growth of overall people's social activity, helping initiatives to find their way through while bringing obvious public good and data safety. And right now, how does it work? So good. So these are applications, never mind. And right now, we are bringing to life something really nice, the first Web3-powered social lifestyle application as an immersive mixed reality experience, bringing the secure set of augmented sociality layers to our everyday life, making our life richer and more safer. And if you know to learn more, feel free to scan it. I got something really special for you, and thank you so much for your attention.